What? Quick and easy air fryer meals for 1 or 2 people? Coming right up. This week, my entire family was reunited for the first time in 2 years. Yes, all 10 of us. My oldest 3 are young adults who live on their own, and guess what? They have an air fryer. I decided it would be super fun to ask them what their favorite thing is to make in the air fryer and share it with you. And super cool, today's video sponsor is the COSORI LITE. It's the 4-quart COSORI air fryer. Perfect when you're making meals for 1 or 2 people. They now come in extra colors. We're gonna show all of them to you today. Are you ready to see these recipes? I've got my helper. Let's go. Okay, the first recipe comes from Haley. This is Haley. A lot of you have met her. If you've ever emailed about the cookbook or had any customer support issues, Haley's your gal. Everyone say hi, Haley.
Hey, Haley. Wait.
Anyway, so Haley is actually an awesome air fryer master cook because she helps me test a lot of recipes. She helps develop recipes. So this is a new one I've never tried. I'm super excited about. What is it called, Haley?
Tater Tot Casserole.
Tater Tot?
Tater Tot.
Casserole. Okay, and let's see, what ingredients do we need?
So we'll need some tater tots and 2 slices of bacon. And I like to use chickpeas because they're not expensive, but you could use chicken instead. We also have some barbecue sauce and cheese of your choice. There we go.
Let's go. Now, a lot of you have been asking me about this new COSORI LITE, the 4-quart. I want to show you the size difference here. Just like the dual blaze, it has that removable rack, which just means it's super easy to wash out. And here, this one is the dual blaze rack, which you can see is 9 inches. The little 4-quart is 7.5 inches wide. And of course by 7.5, it's a square basket there. And as far as counter space goes, you can see it's definitely taking less space than the dual blaze. And it's also a little shorter there. And super cool, it comes in white. It comes in this adorable mint green that I absolutely love. And of course the classic nice sleek gray color. So Haley tells me we're gonna just find an oven-safe dish to put in our air fryer. And why is that?
Just because we're making it like a casserole, and so we want to know that our casserole dish will fit. I normally make this in the 5.8 quart COSORI, and so we're definitely adapting the recipe for a smaller serving size, but it'll still be great. So as you can see, this one will fit.
So it looks like you just kind of eyeball and decide however many tots are gonna fit in your dish that works in your air fryer.
Yes, so we have this many tots. So we'll just cook them in the air fryer.
Look, we still have that nice packaging here. Brand new LITE. We have cleaned this, we have done the dry run, it's ready to go. And one thing that I love about it is you can bring this all the way up to 450 if you want to, although we don't need to for tater tots, of course. For tater tots, I generally do 400 for 15 minutes. This is a smaller air fryer. This is only 1500 watts, and we're not cooking very many. It might need the whole 15 minutes, but to be safe, we'll just start with 10 because we always cook lower. And then if we need to add time, we add time.
Ooh, look at those crispy tater tots.
Oh, those look perfect. Those are perfect. Nice.
Perfect. So pop these back in here and we'll save that for later. So now I have chickpeas. You could use chicken or any other protein that you love. And we'll pour some of these in. Cook bacon on the other side.
Okay, very nice.
Okay, we will cook 350 for 5 minutes. We've done 5 minutes.
Oh,
looking juicy.
Pause. Hey. Here comes another child.
So these are looking roasted, but we want them to have great flavor. So we're gonna pour barbecue sauce on it. And you can do as much or as little as you want. It's probably about 1/4 cup.
Just however, and just cook it. Wow, even on the bacon.
And just stir it all together, although this crisper plate.
Some of those are falling down, but they'll still cook nicely.
Yeah. And we'll continue cooking for 5 more minutes. Oh, this is, oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That barbecue just like caramelized everything.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. We're gonna take it out and cut the bacon. And the chickpeas, just dump right in there. Oh yeah.
Wow, how beautiful. Oh my goodness. Also noting that on these, we got these cute little grabbable handles. It's a lot easier to grab. Kind of blocks some of the food from falling down there. We did lose a little bit though. Here's the rest. So you're chopping the bacon.
Very carefully add the bacon to your casserole. You can add any other toppings you want, like onions or tomatoes, but we're just gonna add some cheese. Favorite cheese of your choice. And then you have a beautiful casserole.
Just set that in there.
A little off balance because of the crisper tray, but
Still works, still works. And now what? We're just gonna melt the cheese?
yep.
380 for 2 minutes.
A few of you have left comments about this super cool tool.
Wow, plate gripper.
Easy. I like to top it with some pico and tell me what you think.
Oh, I can hardly wait. This is so fancy.
Not really. It's just tater tots, chickpeas, bacon, and barbecue sauce.
You're right. I'm wrong. Here we go. What?
And it's super cheap because you're using chickpeas instead of chicken. So it's kind of a win for me as a college student.
Oh my word. I cannot believe the flavor of this.
Yeah.
Because it looks weird and looks like it's gonna be kind of funky tasting, but wow, zers. Oh my word, I can't get a good bite. I'm just gonna like pout it. Score! Score! 5 stars. Well done, daughter.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, this next one, we're gonna cook in the cute green air fryer. And this one's called what?
Stuffed sweet potatoes.
Stuffed sweet potatoes. Just 4 ingredients in this one. Also, I've never made. Super excited. Haley has some tips and tricks for us.
Yes.
Let's go.
So pick out your favorite sweet potato. You could do white or regular. And to save time in the air fryer, we are going to parboil it in the microwave. So wash your sweet potato, pierce it with a fork, and then cook it for like 5 minutes.
There we go. Okay. All right, sweet potatoes done.
Okay, normally I make this one in the 5.8 quart as well, but here's what we're gonna do. Pop it in the air fryer, put your chicken in the air fryer.
Is that about a half pound?
However much chicken you want.
Maybe it's about a half pound.
And then we're also gonna use frozen broccoli as well. Then, as much broccoli as you want.
So you just have them all in there side by side cooking together.
Yep, and now you have dinner. Spray with oil.
You're seasoning it with Italian seasoning?
Yeah, you can use any seasoning that you love. Well, that's a lot. It's okay. We're gonna cook it 370 for 10 minutes. Okay, we're gonna check on it halfway. Okay, so this chicken is just about done.
It's looking good. It's because we cut it in smaller chunks, so it's taking less time, and there's actually a little more breathing room in this basket.
Potato's feeling cooked, just poking it in, and so is the broccoli. The bottom is not as crispy, so we're gonna flip this over. Continue. Oh, that's a nice slide. Okay, it looks like our potato is looking amazing. So is the broccoli. And our chicken looks good. Let's test it.
165, perfect.
Perfect. And then our fourth ingredient is cheese.
Cheese.
If you want, you can put the potato back in the air fryer and just let it sit there for a couple minutes if you want your cheese more melted. If not, it's still pretty hot that it could just melt like this.
Yummy, I want to taste test. I'm really excited.
A perfect dinner for one.
This was super fast and easy to make too.
Yeah, and you can make it all in the air fryer in one batch and probably have leftovers.
Huh. Wow, I could do this for like my lunch at home.
Yeah,
too.
So easy.
So 5 minutes parboil, 10 minutes cooking it all together. Like really, you could have this ready in less than 20 minutes. That includes the prep time of cutting up your chicken. Winner! Woohoo! Okay, this next recipe comes from my 26-year-old son. Let's see what he said.
So I like this one because it's very quick and easy to get done fast, and I tend to use a lot of chicken and end up making about 4 or 5 meals that I use throughout the week. So I just use it as a meal prepping option.
And this quick chicken and veggie recipe is on page 87 in my cookbook. You can snag it at yummyairfryrecipes.com. And for this one, I'm gonna just take the tray right out of the little basket. We'll just mix everything up right here. So we're gonna go ahead and half the recipe. It calls for a pound of chicken. We just threw in about just over half a pound of chicken right there. Then we've got a 12-ounce bag of veggies. And again, just throwing in about half the bag. And you can use any vegetable blend that you love. And we'll do about a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic clove and a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. We love the garlic. 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and then a 1/2 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. You could do less or more. And then we need to add some oil to help all those seasonings adhere to the food. So you'd want about a 1/2 tablespoon of oil or just spray it on. And then I'm gonna just stir everything up. Now I decided to experiment this time and take that rack out. I just wanna see how it cooks in here without the rack. So we will find out if that's a pass or a fail. So then just kind of make sure everything's in a somewhat even layer. And we're gonna pop this in, pop it on, and we're gonna bring it up here to 400. And we'll do 10 minutes. Might need a little bit more time since we're running a little bit smaller air fryer. All right, this one's been going for about 4 minutes. And it looks nice already. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give this a quick little stir. Bottoms, yes, they are still raw, so we definitely need some more time still. So pop that back in. Okay, let's check on these right here. There's a nice clean meat thermometer. Almost there. I'm gonna do something a little fun since we have this air fryer that goes up to 450. I'm just spraying it a little bit lightly. I want it to like char, really char those tops. So I got that steak setting. It brings me right up here to the 450. And I'm just gonna do like 2 more minutes, highest temp with oil, and it's gonna go great. By the way, did you notice that these have a preheat button, a shake reminder, a keep warm button? I don't know if you can see those. Really like this nice glass interface. It's easy to be looking at everything when you're standing, and just a beautiful little unit right here. Alrighty, let's take a peek. Looking beautiful. Right there, all of that could be 1 or 2 meals depending on who's eating, right? This one, 5 stars all the time. No fork. Okay, this one is also in my cookbook, page 90. Son, why do you love this one?
So I picked this one basically just because I looked at the prep time and the cook time, and it was very quick, and I just needed something quick and easy. And then again, if you do it to the specifications, it makes about 4 meals. So again, that's enough meals for an entire week for me.
Now, I just had some of this Adele's chicken sausage on hand. I'm using that instead of kielbasa sausage. We've got these veggies here, and then we'll throw the tomatoes in a minute. Now, we usually mix this one in the bowl, but because we've got this big old pan here, I think we can do it right here in the pan. Do you agree?
I agree.
Okay. So we just kind of eyeballed, right? Just cut up a bunch of veggies there, stir those up. And then this is just 2 sausages here, which is plenty. Okay, now we're gonna just spray a little oil on here, get this ready for all the seasonings. Okay, so again, we are halving this recipe, so 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, just a pinch of pepper, about a 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, and a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then go ahead and stir that to mix everything up. And you're gonna pop that in, 380. For about 12 minutes. Then while that's cooking, just grab a handful of tomatoes and chop them in half.
So I decided to take over my mom's business, and now it is cooking with Haley and no longer with Kathy. I will be finishing up this recipe with you guys. All right, let's see. That looks roasted and kind of perfect. If you love tomatoes, add some chopped tomatoes and stir it around. And we'll do it for 2 more minutes. Y'all, I am so excited for this one. Look how beautiful it is. It smells amazing. Okay, I'm a huge fan of sausage, so this is already a win, and it's actually steaming. And it's so amazing. 10 out of 10, would recommend, 5 stars. I don't know what else to say. So I know you all are wondering what I think about this COSORI LITE air fryer, and I'm just so excited to tell you what I think after the 3 times I've used it. I really love how compact and sleek it looks. As someone who owns the 5.8 COSORI, I love that one. It's really efficient. It is a little more clunky, and so I just love how small it is. As someone who has limited storage space, this is really great for storing. It's also very smooth to open, really lightweight. I just cleaned this air fryer and it was so easy to clean. That's another thing that I loved about this one, was how easy it was to clean. I think the interface is really awesome. It's just super user friendly and really lightweight. I think that's the #1 thing I love about it, is how lightweight it is, and it's perfect serving size for just a couple people and even just yourself. I would recommend it if you are looking for an air fryer for just yourself or maybe one other person if you're not feeding a lot. You won't be able to have as many leftovers if you cook with this smaller air fryer, but it is a keeper.
Oh my goodness, I'm I'm sitting here editing and I see Haley did a marvelous job. Hey, if you want to get that COSORI Lite, the 4-quart, I have a link to it down in the video description below. Let me know if you want to see more of these meals for two. In the meantime, check out these 5-ingredient recipes. They are so easy, and I've got some tips on how to use your air fryer right here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.